Hey, how's it going everyone? I'm back with another video. So it's my favorite time of year again, competition season, meaning Vans Open, Battle of Hastings, and X Games. The competition to start things off this year is Simple Session, which in my opinion is the biggest competition of the year. The reason I say this is because any up-and-coming rider could come to Simple Session and make a name for themselves. Unlike other competitions, pros and amps compete on the same stage, which could be nerve-wracking for inexperienced riders, but it could make things even more exciting to see how they match up in riding. There is a ton of riders that compete every year. Whoever your favorite rider is, chances are they're probably competing in Simple Session. I'm just going to share some of my views and expectations for Simple Session 2018. Starting off the list, we have none other than Garrett Reynolds. He's 27 years of age and from Toms River, New Jersey in the USA. Garrett is one of the most decorated riders in BMX. Some people would even go to say if you're riding in any type of competition with Garrett, you're probably competing for second place. He's also a returning defending champion from last year, but I'm certainly not counting on anyone just yet. There's a ton of riders with sick skills that could potentially take his spot. For example, Courage Adams. He's 21 years of age and from Pamelón, Spain. He threw down some sick tricks last year but ended up not being able to continue because of a huge fall during qualifiers. I know that Courage is definitely coming with some fire in his eyes this time around. I can't wait to see what kind of lines he puts together on the Simple Session course this year. So a couple other riders that I think can dethrone Garrett Reynolds are Reed Stark, Simone Baracco, Mark Burnett, and Justin Spreed. No, wait, before everybody gets your knickers in a twist, just hear me out. Reed Stark, who's 25 years of age and is from Minneapolis, Minnesota, but now resides in California. He took second place after making his first appearance at Simple Session, and he was honestly one of my wildcard picks. I love Reed's personality and style. He wowed the judges with his wild but steezy style. No one else rode like Reed did that day, and I think if he cleans up this year and is a bit more consistent with the tricks in his runs, he could definitely take first place. Simone Baracco, 26 years of age and is from Geneva, Italy, but I think he currently lives in Spain now. Simone is one of the world's most technical and stylish street riders. He ended up placing third last year, and I think Simone, if he pushes himself a bit more and stays focused, then it's all his game. Mark Burnett, 19 years of age and is from Slingerland, New York. Mark is definitely in my top 10 riders list. Mark turned pro at a young age, but don't let his baby face fool you. This guy means business. When it comes to Mark, I can distinguish his riding from others. I don't know if it's because of the cassette stees, but I'm definitely hooked on his riding. Mark put in some good lines last year, but unfortunately had a few fumbles that hurt his score. I hope that after a year to reflect, he's made some adjustments and knows what he needs to do this time around. Justin Spreed. First thing I want to say is shout out to the Common Crew, and oh my gosh, Justin Spreed. I don't know how they fit so much style into one person. Justin basically rides anything and everything, and I mean everything. He's 22 years of age and from Murrieta, California. In my opinion, Justin performed beautifully at the Battle of Hastings 2017 competition. It might be a long shot, but I think that Justin could definitely make podium, and maybe even possibly take first place. But that's a long shot, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see what he throws down. But Simple Session just isn't about throwing down bangers, it's about who's out there having the most fun. So here's a couple guys that I think will put on a good show for you guys. Travis Hughes, pro kink rider, and he's making his first appearance at Simple Session. He might be a young gun, but don't underestimate him. Austin Augie, he's an amp for Fit BMX. He didn't do so well last year, but by no means is he not a crowd favorite. Jordan Godwin. Jordan Godwin rides for We the People, which is my favorite brand, I might say. Plug. He's a technical rail wizard. Surprisingly, he choked a bit on the course last year in his runs. I can't wait to see what kind of rail combos he does this year. Felix Pagenberg. Felix performed absolutely amazing last year. He put together some lines that hyped the judges and crowd. I honestly don't know how well he'll do this year because of a knee injury he had a couple months ago. He's been back on the bike for a couple months now, so I guess we'll just have to see how well he handles himself. Brock Rayford, the hype beast of Simple Session. Brock might not always put down the best runs, but you best believe he's gonna have a huge smile on his face meanwhile he's out there, and he certainly knows how to hype the crowd up too. So that was a bit of my expectations and predictions for Simple Session 2018. I'll see you guys in the next one.